What's up, everybody? Phillip Siddiq, the Phillip Siddiq Show. Recently, we're at the red carpet for Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, that film, Freddie Mercury. Yeah, we have Rami Malek, Joe Mazzello, and Gwilym Lee. Also, the Killer Queens. Now, the reason why I came on camera was because some of the camera angles, not the best that I'm used to, but it was so crowded. I mean, when they start walking down the carpet, people start bunching up like this, and someone had no doubt moved my camera angle. And I'm gonna have sharp elbows next time. Yeah, So you're gonna move my camera angle. I feel sorry for you. I really do. So I'll see you guys later in the show. Hey everybody, Phillip Siddiq Show, premiere, Bohemian Rhapsody. We have a female tribute band, Killer Queens. I think they're the first in the nation. We're going to talk to them for a couple of minutes, how the band got put together, and what can we expect to hear from them tonight. Hello, ladies. Introduce yourselves, please.
Hello.
Hello, we're the Killer Queens. I'm Megan Rask.
I'm Carla Downey.
My name's Nina Noir.
Lily Rose.
Emily Ruvidich.
How long have you guys been making music together?
7 years. It'll be 7 years in January.
Challenges putting this band together and making the music, 'cause we can't wait to hear what you guys can put together tonight.
It's Queen, so the challenge is that it's Queen.
on every song, you know, they
Yeah.
always have to throw a little something different in each song they do. But we love learning it because they're also a variety of songs, a variety of flavors. Say.
I grew up with Queen music, so are you going to Bohemian Rhapsody? That's the one. But how about Fat Bottom Girls?
Ooh, how'd you know?
How could we?
You guys make the rock and world go round. Rock and roll.
That's right.
TheKillerQueens.com. You know, there was a moment we almost named the band Fat Bottom Girls, but then The Killer Queens just seemed better.
That'd be so politically incorrect today, but back then it was. Yes, indeed. So, ladies, your names again?
Emily Ruvidich.
Lily Rose.
Nina Noir.
Carla Downey.
And Megan Rask on bass.
The Killer Queens, you guys. Look for them, social media, hit them up, watch their performances. I'm sure they will be great.
We are also the only all-female tribute in the world, not just the nation.
Say that one more time, please.
We are the only all-female tribute to Queen in the world.
Say that one more time because the people in the back can't hear you.
We are the only all-female tribute to Queen in the world.
How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you doing?
My pleasure. All right, perfect. Tell us about the film and how did you study for Freddie Mercury, because this is a heavy role you're taking.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the most beloved performers in the history of rock and roll. In history, the guy's an icon. He's the closest thing to godlike, and he's got the costumes to prove it.
Yes.
So you know, there's no time to kind of worry or be trepidatious. I mean, you got to get that out of the way, and then you just got to go full tilt, all in. And you know, I took lessons in everything, singing, dancing, piano, and then worked with a movement choreographer every day. It was hardcore training.
Now, the movement choreographer, did they teach you how to walk in with the platforms? Because I remember back in the 70s, I wore those. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those took some getting used to. It's not only that you got to walk in them; you have to dance in them. I mean, all the '70s stuff was mostly in platforms, and the next decade, I guess he figured it out when he got the wrestling boots on. Platforms, ballet slippers, and then dancing, wrestling boots.
Yeah, I'm Gwilym Lee, and I'm playing Brian May, and I have said that a number of times now, and it doesn't get any more normal. It's very surreal to have to say that sentence.
One of those.
Yeah.
So since some of the people are still alive, how did you prepare for the role you're playing in this film, and how much weight do you feel about having this particular role? Because Queen is internationally, galactically known.
Yeah, there's a huge amount of pressure in this situation. I mean, you just want to do it justice, right? They're loved by so many, and their legacy is so kind of rich and great, and you just want to live up to that really as much as possible. And it's an overwhelming prospect at times, but it's also a good motivator to work. Anytime you got a bit overwhelmed by it, you just thought, okay, what can I do today to kind of make a small step towards playing this part? You know, whether it was like, you know, vocal work or physical work, or particularly for me, musical work, working on the guitar, trying to emulate this legend. But having Brian May there as well is like the greatest resource possible. He was so generous with his time, not just in kind of giving specific details about, you know, the music, for instance, or about memories of the gigs and concerts, but actually just being able to be in a room with him and chat to him as a human being, one-on-one, open up to each other, and that's amazing, because you absorb something of his spirit in that moment, I think.
Now, if you get it wrong, what did he say he's going to do to you?
No, I don't know. I don't want to think of the prospect. Do you know what? He saw a screening of it. The very first screening he saw, he gave us all individual emails afterwards, and they were all really beautiful and encouraging and supportive. So to have his blessing and the blessing of Roger Taylor is, you know, that means everything.
I love Queen. I grew up with that, so if you get it wrong, I'm going to come after you.
Oh, okay, that was terrifying. All right, I hope we don't.
Okay, thank you so much. Tell us about the film, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And your role in it. How do you prepare for it?
Yeah. I mean, look, the movie's epic. That when I saw it, I was just like, this is so incredibly epic. You just feel like you see these humble beginnings for these four guys, and then they become the biggest rock stars in the world. John Deacon is such an interesting man. You know, he's sort of... Oh, here's my song right now. Under Pressure. Yeah, he wrote the riff for this. But you know what? He was like an accidental rock star. He was just a mechanical engineer. You know, just a kid who was kind of doing the band thing on the side. He sort of liked playing music, but it was never his dream. And then suddenly this band took off, and he just was wrapped up in this life. And it's such a funny thing to think about when, like, most people would just, like, kind of die to do this. And it took him to, a while to really understand, like, the magnitude of what he was able to do. And to go from there, this mechanical engineer, to then writing the biggest hit that Queen ever had with Another One Bites the Dust. It's just, like, such an incredible journey. And it's one that, you know, I hope he's going to enjoy seeing.
Now, what's the journey like for you? Where were you when they gave you the call, hey, Joe, you got the role?
I was in an apartment in Long Island, New York. Queen was playing in Brooklyn that night. And before I got the call, I was saying, you know what? I should go to that concert and hold up a sign and say, put me in your movie. But luckily I didn't have to do that, because that very day I got the call that I was in. I was just with my dad, and I just gave him a big hug. It was one of those jobs that was just a dream job that you just go after with every single thing you have. And I was really, really fortunate to be a part of it.
What will you take away from this film in your real life? Because you said you're under pressure. There was a lot of people talking about getting a film like this put together. Yeah. How much pressure are you under, besides Jurassic Park? How much pressure are you under?
Well, I felt like I was under quite a bit of pressure, and it's pressure that no one put on me, but that I put on myself. You know, when you're playing a real person with a legacy like this, you know, it's a real responsibility. You have a responsibility to the man, you have a responsibility to his family, and in this case, to the Queen fandom, which is huge, and they know their band. You know what I mean? And it's multiple generations know this band so well. And so every day you come to work, whether you're tired or there's something going on in your personal life or whatever it is, it just gives you this extra gear to say, no, you know what? I got to do it for these people. I got to make sure it's done right, because their legacy is at stake. And if I'm a part of that, then it's my responsibility to make it happen.
Enough said. Joe, thank you so much, man. Thank you.